What's going on, fish keepers? Welcome back to your favorite Monday show, Fish for Thought. I'm your host, Chris. And if you are a returning viewer, you might notice a little bit of a difference today. And that is because we finally moved back to my previous unit, the one that had the fire scare. Nobody was hurt. My bedroom did burn up, like I always say, and try to make light of the situation. It was right after I got married, so I like to say my marriage was too hot. Kind of like a joke. And it's also a nice conversation opener. People are like, what? But we are also extremely not back. What does that mean? It means that we are officially actively looking for a place, a new, bigger place, so that I can get a fish room started. Project FFT. We're talking weekly aquascaping. That's kind of bold. Bi-weekly aquascaping / vlog fish room updates for y'all. How does that sound, guys? New content or like old throwback content, because I used to do all of that when I had a fish room. Let me know in the comments below if you are interested in seeing that. Pray for us to get a new place big enough with a fish room. It's very challenging. Without further ado, let's get it started with fish tank. Review. Holy crap. That is a lot of giant duckweed. So I do like giant duckweed more than normal duckweed because it's more manageable. Now this looks like a huge trough, like some sort of animal feeding trough turned into a massive fish tank / fish mini pond. I don't even know if you could call this mini anymore. And it's just got lily pads and giant duckweed covering the top. This is on accident or on purpose, pretty much Wallstead method. I don't even think you need water changes. You can do water top ups, but there's so much excess nutrients getting taken out of there. We have no way of knowing just how many fish are in here. This is very aesthetic and pleasing on camera, so I understand exactly why the creator is doing it like this. We have a very neat little visual of a figurine, some fish food attached to the fishing rod, which the fish are loving, and this is such a great visual. Honestly, it's so simple. The care, the husbandry is on point yet simple. This is straight vibes. I know there's artificial stuff, but I think everything is done very right. The fish are being taken care of. This is one of the craziest, nice mini ponds that have this slightly quirky, slightly artificial thing going on. Using a spectacle for views, but the spectacle turns out to be on point. 100% good husbandry, but nothing to complain about. If I had to pick a sort of anything, I would say that is such a tiny, small little piece of food for so many mollies. Not every one of them is gonna eat. I do understand though, this is probably not actual feeding time. I'm not thinking that this guy brings out this figurine thing and attaches the food and uses that blue square and scoops out the duckweed every single time they feed. If it's not on camera, they just splash some food over everywhere. Chef W. Sean from the FFT Discord server sent this in. Fish keeping is so humbling because why have I been rinsing tiny rocks for 30 minutes? Why are you also bothering your cat and making him smell it too? Bro, the cat doesn't want to smell your dirt, literally dirty fingers. Fluvostratum is not for the faint of heart, but you want to know my secret? I don't know, I don't remember. I don't have a spare fluvostratum. I don't remember if they say don't rinse it or rinse it on the packaging. I never rinse aqua soil. Maybe Secam fluorite? That's not aqua soil though, that's inert substrate. They're washing the substrate down the drain actively, and fluvostratum ain't cheap, y'all. It doesn't come cheap. Holy cow, this is sad. I'm so sorry. I mean, learning experience, I guess. PSA, guys, don't rinse your aqua soil. This hobby is wild. Imagine working your butt off, saving up some money, driving or transiting yourself to a fish store to trade that hard-earned money for some dirt, taking yourself home, washing that dirt down the drain. That makes the financial advice of buying high and selling low extremely good. This is just literally throwing your money away. You don't even get to sell it low. My mystery snail ate a bladder snail. What kind of place is this? As soon as Trump took office, even the snails have gone crazy. That truly looks like a mystery snail sucking the life out of this poor bladder snail who probably did not think that it was gonna be breakfast. This is extremely interesting to me. I looked at the comments and apparently this bladder snail was indeed alive. Mystery snails can, at certain times, scavenge dead things, including a dead snail, but whoa, that is a big mouth. That just swallowed everything whole, dude, and went on with the day. Didn't know this snail is capable of digesting hard calcite shells. What else is mystery snail Leslie capable of eating? Just curious, asking for science. Comment down below. What have you tried feeding your mystery snail. This is a morning show, gosh darn it. Mystery snail evolved into an assassin mystery snail. What a way to get this episode started, holy cow. Hey guys, quick pause to shout out the sponsor of this video, you guys for smashing that like button, but also to announce the return of the Fluval Bug Bites giveaway. This is so freaking exciting. This is our third time, I believe, with the Fluval Bug Bites 1 year supply to 3 winners. Fluval Bug Bites is one of my top fish food brands. This product has something for every single species of fish out there. There's a free link that's going to expire soon in the description to my Discord where you can join the giveaway. Remember, 3 winners, not just 1, but 3. And we do one of these giveaways every month. Make sure you're in the Discord server. If the invite expired already, look for more free invites in the other episodes. And also follow up on Instagram. I post some free invites on my stories from time to time. This is also a plug to support my Patreon. Patreon gives this channel a lot of stability. If this channel gave you any enjoyment over the years, not only do we have amazing giveaways like this week's, you can also submit your fish tanks for fish tank review. Submit to fish meme review if you're a dank memer. Talk to 3,000 plus fish keepers all around the world, plus other perks. Thank you so much for your consideration and good luck on the giveaway. The Dunsey sent in their 20-gallon long dirted tank. They found everything in this scape, including the hardscape and the substrate, and it was all found in Hawaii. Hopefully it was legal to take. They got a betta in here, they got guppies, endlers, live bearers, my favorite fish of all time, coolie loaches, a clown pleco, pygmy cories, and snails. I wonder if this guy snails eats other snails. That is a crazy thing, and it's not even an assassin snail. They're also planning to add CPDs and Stiphodon gobies. If you don't know what CPDs are, CPDs, if you don't know what Stiphodon gobies are, boom. Boom. I have to say, your scape is impressive. Look at the big roots, natural, and extremely impressive that you found everything. Hopefully you did it legally. If you didn't, I'm not the police, but I don't endorse this behavior. Thick substrate bed, really good stocking. CPDs will work so well in here, and Stiphodon gobies really wraps up and completes everything. 4.41 out of 5. I just lost one of my Hillstream loaches. New Pope. He managed to crawl out of this hole. Oh, okay. Oh, a coin for size. It is puny. This hole is puny. That feels so bad. You don't even know until it happens to you, okay? Don't even pretend like you know what that feels like. I found him dried up on the floor. I'm devastated and feel like an idiot. That is literally what I feel like. I made this lid. I just made the corner a bit too big. Let this be a warning to you. Let it be a warning to you all. Don't take the tight-fitting lid recommendations lightly. No, literally. There's a few other things at play here. The water level, from what I can see, maybe it's not true, but from what I can see from this little picture, it could be a bit too high. Hillstream loaches, they love hopping from one little pond to the other if they can. And where do they look for these opportunities the most? Flowing water. Water movement excites Hillstream loaches. They will go towards, yeah, it's still really crazy how it could go over this though. It must have done a Spider-Man moment. So sorry, dude. Not your fault. Sir Digital Bacon sent in their first tank, and shortly after, they gave up on this tank and took a very long break, 10 years to be exact. But 10 years later, they did a lot of research and they have a new 20-gallon tank. Boom. They went from this thing to that. That doesn't look like 20 gallons, but again, it could be one of those cubes, giving the illusion it's smaller than it actually is. But if that truly is 20 gallons, bro, you did a great job scaping this thing. You even capped the substrate. You made really good use of the space here, and it looks very clean. It is ready for some fish. What are we putting in here? We're putting CPDs. Everybody left and right, everybody and their grandmas are choosing CPDs. Y'all gotta stretch the imagination a little bit, man. Chili rasboras, exclamation point rasboras, dwarf rasboras, blue axarotes, pygmy cories, some scarlet baddies, sparkling gourami. 5 out of 5 evolution and progress, amazing research. New beta tank. I'm still waiting for the alpha tank. I'll be dead before I see it. This, okay. Bro looks like a Pokeball. After you press the button, it expands. It looks like it's filled to the brim with Swazertang and moss. So you're really getting your money's worth if you bought it. Hopefully at a good price. The only glaring problem with this is that it's too small. General rule of thumb, if you can hold your fish tank or bowl in your hand like this, filled to the brim with water, that's too small for your betta. You need to find yourself a tank that you can't hold in the palm of your hand and you can't really lift unless you're a bodybuilder when it's filled to the brim with water. Pretty no nonsense, non-rocket science way of telling, is this fish tank big enough for my betta fish? Other than that, if you don't put a betta in there, I know a few shrimp who would love to live the heck out of that. Car sent in their second tank ever. This is a 5.5 gallon and the filter is temporary. I'm glad it is because it's way too oversized, man. Although it looks like a quiet flow. Ironically, quiet flows are the loudest filters I've ever owned. Trust me, don't get it. The name, I've never bought a more misleading product in my life. You should call it loudest filter. flow, loudest flow filter. You should call it waterfall filter. Why go the opposite direction with the name versus the functionality? You're crazy. Get yourself a aqua clear. That's all you need for hang on the back. Screw all other filters. Trust me on this one. Not sponsored. Why is your betta's PP censored, bro? Genius. That's already a 5 out of 5 submission to me. I do actually love the scape. You're onto something, man. You're onto something. And the sloped substrate, brilliant. And also your betta fish needs more cover, but you do have floater plants that will probably eventually cover the top. A little more comfortable, a little more hidden, especially because clearly you value its privacy. A 3.4 out of 5, keep it up. This ain't a CO2 diffuser. It's the community bong and she's not sharing. Why are snails getting up to such silliness and goof? Snails of all species have apparently started goofing out. Can you actually get high on this CO2? This snail gonna overdose. You should probably remove them. Your drop checker is probably showing white. Instead of growing the plants, you're just growing one singular snail. Is this normal? Oh my goodness. I would say no. I would definitely say that's not normal. I'm gonna assume it's poo. It's just a long strand of poo. I've never seen a balloon platy, I think this is, getting dog walked by a cherry shrimp through its poo collar. Man, that must be a crazy feeling. A shrimp tickling your poo strand and pulling you along with it. Ooh, pulling you along by the butthole. Yo, this is a 10 out of 10 video except for the substrate color. Couldn't even wait until the pooing was over before starting the munchies. Is this a Pixar character? I have to say that is a very cute fish. Pixar definitely inspired by pea puffers, or maybe it's the other way around. At the hotel I'm staying at. Does your hotel that you're staying at have a water shortage by any chance? Darn global warming, not enough water to supply our turtles with. That hotel owner saw that turtles can outlive their owners and said, okay, challenge accepted. Pet turtle death speedrun. Gonna cheat like Dream did and write an essay in his bathtub about not cheating. Would any fish be happy in an environment like this? This is a 3-gallon. Well, clearly not. It says shrimp only. No fish could be happy with that sort of obvious discrimination. If you had to put something in here, true nano fish like chili rasboras, okay? Just a tiny little school of pygmy cories. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Some people would probably end you though if they found out you were doing that. I have never in my entire 18-year-old life witnessed someone rage at someone else because of their differing opinions. Really rage at them and call them names and destroy them, abuse them verbally. And then that person goes, oh, well, wow, why didn't you say that? Call me names earlier and stuff. Now I've changed my opinion to yours. I have never seen that before, so no, you're not helping. Watch Vinland Saga. I have no enemies. What I'd give to be a tiny fish couple napping on a leaf. Okay, let me stop you there for a second. Not just any fish couple. I'd have to be owned by one of the greats, and probably Tanner from Serpa Design. What I'd give to be a tiny fish couple napping on a leaf in Tanner's aquarium. I'm not taking that chance. There's more bad fish keepers out there than good, and if I'm gonna be turned into a fish with my fishy wife, we're going nowhere but Tanner's place. All right, having to get stressed by 100% water changes every week, risking my life trying to not get flushed down a toilet while still alive. Everett the Rizzler, 10-gallon. They got corridors, a female betta fish, and brilliant rasboras. Contrary to popular belief, brilliant rasboras don't have a higher chance of going to an Ivy League school than any other species of rasboras. Don't let the name fool you. They do look brilliant and nice though. I love their little reds on their tails. I like the concept of this. You got stones delineating the front clean scape. Oh, it's zebra narrate on the glass. Your Cory gang is photogenic. A 4.07 out of 5. Keep up the great work. Here's a little song I wrote about duckweed. That is what most people look like if they're singing a song about duckweed, just so you know. Me when we first make contact with aliens. What kind of plants do you have over there? One of my favorite alien sort of sci-fi movies. I think it's called Contact. I forgot. How could it be one of my favorites if I don't even remember the name? We got Superman's girlfriend here as a linguist. That would be insane though, making the first alien aquarium. To see the day, Fish Tank Review episode 30,000. See you guys there in the future. We're gonna make it, guys. Escape death velocity, here we come. Me buys $3,000 worth of aquarium supplies. Also me, $25, that's too expensive. Yeah, come on, this doesn't contribute to the aquascape. That's not a plant. You can't put that in the aquarium unless you're doing a Florida River Basin biotope, which, yeah, then anything can go in there. Ever heard of this? Slippery dick. I'm gonna just remain commentless here before I get in trouble. There are children that watch my show. What is this predatory stick bug I just threw in a low quality shrimp? That is nightmare fuel. So here's the warning, nightmare fuel. It's not that bad. If you don't like bugs though, it's bad. It's pretty bad. Water scorpion. Apparently it has wings and will fly. It will also eat fish, so your shrimp are definitely doomed. This is the first time I've seen a water scorpion, at least that's not a professional photography, because sometimes the professional photographers, they're too good. The animal doesn't even look similar to anything. Like if I see that and I see the actual animal in person, I can't even recognize it. The book or the photo made it too cool. This, I can see myself seeing one of these in my tanks. I'm a little paranoid now. Why it got such a slender booty, man? Why it got like a hypodermic needle? I don't like needles. And then it's got like a super skinny praying mantis look to it. I'm out of here, bro. Welcome back to the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, except for the last post. I'm sorry, I don't know why. I just thought it was cool though. Like some of you might think that's cool, right? Some of you like bugs out there. Before I let you guys go, here's this week's Katwa. What is the greatest moment of fish keeping for you in this hobby? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys there. I'll also see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this episode, smash that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to get your hands wet. Tetra, we in a spot coming in hot. Ventral fin dot, acclimate that. Where my shoal at, clear my fin rod from Cariciformes to Paracharodon. Hold on, there's not another fish that you can wish for. Lit fam sus, I finna one. I finna gone 3 days without furt. I'm an addict, like fanatic. I'm a baddest, no tabs, only dirt. My Corey gang so loyal, black Tetra go skirt. We came to play, came to silence gang.